Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, released as Shazam, Fury of the Kings in some countries, is a 2023 American superhero film based on the DC Comics character Shazam, produced by New Line Cinema, DC Studios, The Safran Company, and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. It is the sequel to Shazam 2019 and the 12th installment in the DC Extended Universe (DCEU). It is directed by David F. Sandberg and written by Henry Gayden and Chris Morgan, and stars Zachary Levi, Asher Angel, Jack Dylan Grazer, Rachel Zegler, Adam Brody, Ross Butler, Megan Good, Lucy Liu, Jim Hounsou, and Helen Mirren. In the film, Billy Batson Shazam and his foster siblings fight the Daughters of Atlas. Film by David F. Sandberg, a sequel to Shazam, began development shortly after that film's release in April 2019, with Gayden returning as writer. Sandberg and Levi's Shazam were also set to return by that December. The title and rest of the returning cast were confirmed in August 2020, with Zegler, Mirren, and Liu cast as the Daughters of Atlas in early 2021. Filming began that May in Atlanta, Georgia, and concluded in August. Shazam, Fury of the Gods premiered at Fox Village Theater in Westwood, Los Angeles on March 14, 2023, and was theatrically released in the United States on March 17, 2023. The film received mixed reviews from critics. Blood. The Daughters of Atlas, Hespera and Calypso, break into the Acropolis Museum to steal the wizard's broken magical staff. They then take it to the imprisoned wizard, forcing him to say Shazam, thereby repairing it and activating its powers. In Philadelphia, Billy Batson with his foster siblings save people on a collapsing bridge but are called out for the destruction. At home, everyone is drifting apart due to them growing older and having personal interests. Billy is worried about being kicked out of the Vasquez family after turning 18 and aging out of the foster system. In a wet dream, Shazam is warned by the wizard about the Daughters of Atlas. Billy and his siblings then do research on the daughters of Freddy, who is bullied at school, meets a new girl named and develops a relationship, then shows off his superhero self. Unfortunately, Hespera and Calypso arrive with the staff, stealing Freddy's powers, and is revealed to be the youngest daughter. Anthea, as Shazam, with his siblings, is about to save Freddy. The daughters kidnap him, then put a dome around the city, trapping the family and the city's residents. Freddy is imprisoned along with the wizard in their kingdom. The Daughters of Atlas reveal they want revenge because the wizard killed Atlas. The family goes to Rock of Eternity. They encounter a magic sentient pen nicknamed Steve, which they use to draft a letter to Hespera calling for a deal for Freddy and the staff. Billy meets Hespera at a hamburger joint, where she admits her father was a tyrant and that his family stole all the powers of the gods. The family fights her along with Calypso, who takes Pedro's powers using the staff. Hespera is defeated and brought to their lair. While they try to devise a plan, Hespera breaks free, finding the golden apple, the seed of life. At the kingdom, Freddy and the wizard try to find a way to escape the gods' world, with Anthea helping them. However, when they reach the door, Hespera walks through with the apple. The wizard suggests stealing it as it can destroy his world. While trying to steal it, Freddy falls down, catching the daughters' attention, but luckily is saved by Billy. Billy, Freddy, the wizard, and the rest of the family reveal themselves as superheroes to their parents as a dragon is about to destroy their house. Calypso chases them for the apple, with each member losing their powers. Mary Bromfield flies off with the apple, but is zapped, losing her powers and falling. Billy chooses to save her, allowing Calypso to retrieve the apple. She also gravely wounds Hespera, then plants the apple in a stadium, growing the tree of life and unleashing various creatures, who then attack the civilians. The family stops at a parking lot to view the chaos. Billy feels hopeless and asks the wizard to take back his powers. He tells Billy he chose him because of his selflessness and care for his family, knowing it might be a suicide mission. Billy turns into Shazam to stop Calypso. The family tries to help him, and Darla asks Steve what the creature's weakness is. Unicorns. Everyone gets off the van except the parents, and the kids with the wizard look around. Darla finds a unicorn and gives it Skittles. Befriending it, a herd appears, allowing each of them to ride one. Shazam persuades a dying Hespera to help him stop her sister. He makes Calypso chase him, stopping at the tree where the stadium is. Then the dome shrinks around them. Finally, the parents, Anthea and Freddie, are near the dome where Billy is ready to fight Calypso alone. Billy fights Calypso and her dragon and destroys them both by breaking the staff. Though he's mortally wounded in turn, Anthea brings Billy's grieving family to her kingdom for his funeral as they mourn for him. Wonder Woman suddenly appears and repairs the staff, and uses it to revive Billy, who happily reunites with his family. The family fixes their house with and the wizard living in their world. In the mid-credit scene, Shazam meets Amelia Harcourt and John Economos, who recruit him on behalf of Amanda Waller to join the Justice Society. In the post-credits scene, Dr. Sivana is still in prison, encountering Mr. Mind once again. Cast: Zachary Levi and Asher Angel as Billy Batson. Shazam, champion of an ancient wizard who possesses the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Jack Dylan Grazer and Adam Brody as Frederick Freddie Freeman, Billy's physically disabled foster brother, who is a fan of superheroes. Grazer portrays Freddie's regular form, while Brody portrays his adult superhero form. Raquel Zegler as Anthea, the daughter of Atlas Rhys Butler, and Ian Chen as Eugene Choi, Billy's younger foster brother who is an obsessive gamer. Butler portrays Eugene's adult superhero form, while Chen portrays his regular form. Megan Good and Faith Herman as Darla Dudley, Billy's good-natured younger foster sister. Good portrays Darla's adult superhero form, while Herman portrays her regular form. Of Grace Caroline Curry as Mary Bromfield, of Billy's mature and academically driven older foster sister. Fulton also portrays Mary's adult superhero form, replacing Michelle Borth from the first film. Jay Katrina and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pia, Billy's older foster brother, who is openly gay, shy, and sensitive. Katrina portrays Pedro's adult superhero form, while Armand portrays his regular form. Lucy Lewis Calypso, a daughter of Atlas Jim Hounsou as Shazam, the last surviving member of the Council of Wizards, who bestowed his powers on Billy Batson after designating the boy as his champion. Helen Mirren as Hespera, a daughter of Atlas. Billy's foster family also includes Marta Mylans and Cooper Andrews as Rosa and Victor Squiz, the foster parents of Billy and his siblings. Rizwan Manji, who portrayed Jamal in the DCEU television series Peacemaker, appears as an unnamed character. Gal Gadot reprised her DCE role as Diana Prince Wonder Woman, alongside Jennifer Holland as Amelia Harcourt and Steve Agee as John Economos in the mid-credits scene, and Mark Strong as Dr. Thaddeus Sivana in the post-credits scene. Director David F. Sandberg's wife Lotta Lawston, who previously portrayed Dr. Lynn Crosby in the first film, appears as a new character. Michael Gray, who portrayed Billy Batson in the Earth television show, makes a brief cameo at the successful opening of Shazam. In April 2019, Henry Gayden was revealed to be returning to write the script for a sequel. Director David F. Sandberg and producer Peter Safran were also expected to return. According to Sandberg, the plot point of Fawcett City, Philadelphia, being tracked under a dome was inspired by The Simpsons movie 2007. Later that month, Michelle Borth, who portrayed the adult superhero form of Mary Bromfield in the first film, said she signed a 5-picture deal for the role and was expected to return for at least one sequel. Zachary Levi confirmed in June that he was returning to star as Shazam in the sequel, and revealed that writing had begun ahead of a planned filming start in mid-2020. Sandberg and much of the first film's crew were confirmed to return in December 2019, when New Line Cinema and Warner Bros. Pictures scheduled the sequel for release on April 1, 2022. This was delayed in April 2020 to November 4, 2022, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In October 2020, the release date was once again shifted to June 2, 2023. Later release dates were December 16, 2022 and December 21, 2022. In August 2022, the final release date of March 17, 2023 was announced. In June 2020, Marta Mylans confirmed that she would reprise her role as foster mother Rosa Squiz from the first film, and revealed that filming had been delayed by the pandemic. The film's title was revealed to be Shazam, Fury of the Gods during the virtual DC Fandom event in August 2020. with returning cast members confirmed including Asher Angel as teenager Billy Batson and Levi as his adult superhero counterpart, Jack Dylan Grazer as Frederick Freddie Freeman and Adam Brody as his adult counterpart, Faith Herman as Darla Dudley and Megan Good as her adult counterpart, Grace Fulton as Mary Bromfield, Ian Chen as Eugene Choi and Ross Butler as his adult counterpart, and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pia with DJ Coperna as his adult counterpart. The next month, Levi said filming would begin in early Earth Films' release was delayed again in October 2020 to June 2, 2023. The following month, Mark Strong said he was waiting to hear if he would be returning as Dr. Thaddeus Sivana in the sequel. In January 2021, Good said filming would begin that May, and Rachel Zegler was cast in an undisclosed key role the next month, following her exhaustive filming schedule for Maria in West Side Story 2021. Zegler booked a meeting with the DCEU casting director Rich Delia, who was thinking about her for Kara Supergirl in The Flash 2023. Zegler lost out to Sasha Cale, but Delia told her that he thought that she could audition for Anthea in the Shazam sequel. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Zegler read on for the role through Zoom with Sandberg and Dylan Grazer, doing a chemistry test with the latter, who was instrumental in her casting due to Safran giving him the option to choose, and Dylan Grazer chose Zegler out of admiration for her work in the West Side Story 1961 remake. Safran was producing the film through his company, the Safran Company, while Jeff Johns was also set to produce. Johns was ultimately credited as an executive producer. In March, Helen Mirren was cast as Hespera, a daughter of Atlas, with Zegler reported to be playing Hespera's sister, Anthea. Lucy Liu was cast as Calypso, another daughter of Atlas. The next month, Strong said in May that he would not appear in the sequel, and Cooper Andrews was confirmed to reprise his role as foster father Victor Psquez from the first film. Chris Morgan contributed to the film's script. Early during the film's development, Sandberg wanted to bring back Mr. Mind, a villainous character teased in the mid-credits scene of the first film, whom Sandberg voiced, for the sequel in a bigger role, but his inclusion was ultimately dropped due to it requiring too much of the film's runtime, aside that he had to drop several other elements to not overstuff the film. In addition to bringing Gal Gadot back as Diana Prince Wonder Woman, Sandberg initially planned to have cameo appearances of Kal-El Clark Kent Superman and Bruce Wayne Batman by showing Superman unsuccessfully trying to break the dome while Batman just stands there and looks at Superman. Principal photography began on May 26, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, with Jula Pados serving as cinematographer. Production on the film was delayed from an initial mid-2020 start due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In June, Sandberg revealed that Fulton was also portraying the adult superhero form of Mary in the film, replacing Borth, with Fulton's hair and makeup adjusted for the superhero version. A month later, set photos revealed that Jim Hounsou would be reprising his role as the Wizard Shazam. Filming concluded on August 31, or in March 2022. Warner Bros. Adjusted its release schedule due to the impacts of COVID-19 on the workload of visual effects vendors. The Flash and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom were moved from 2022 to 2023 to allow time for their visual effects work to be completed, while Shazam, Fury of the Gods was moved up to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's previous release date of December 16, 2022, because it would be ready for release earlier. In April, the film's release date was pushed back 5 days to December 21 to avoid competition with Avatar: The Way of Water. Rizwan Manji was revealed to be appearing as an unnamed character in July 2022. Manji was suggested for the role by Safran, who also produced the DCEU television series Peacemaker, in which Manji portrayed Jamal. Sandberg approved the casting, despite the series being set in the same universe as the film, because he thought Manji only had a small role in Peacemaker. He was surprised to learn that Manji has a significant role and appears in the opening title sequence of the series. Peacemaker creator James Gunn suggested that Manji's character in Fury of the Gods could be Jamal's brother. In August, after Warner Media merged with Discovery, Inc. to form Warner Bros. Discovery, the studio delayed the film to March 17, 2023, again taking Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's previous release date to help spread out the marketing and distribution costs for its feature films. This also moved Fury of the Gods away from Avatar: The Way of Water. By the start of November, Sandberg confirmed that the final cut was complete and ready for release. Music. Main article, Shazam, Fury of the Gods soundtrack. In June 2022, Sandberg revealed that Benjamin Wallfisch was unable to return as composer from the first film due to scheduling conflicts, with Christoph Beck replacing him for the sequel and already beginning work by then. A single titled Shazam, Fury of the Gods main title theme was released as a digital single by Waitertour Music on February 23, 2023, and the soundtrack album was released on March 10. Marketing. Sandberg promoted the sequel during a virtual panel at the August 2020 DC Fandom event, announcing the film's title and returning cast. In June 2021, after a week of filming, Sandberg released a short clip featuring Levi in his new costume for the film. This came after several set photos of the costume were leaked during that week. To get ahead of further costume leaks, Sandberg released an image of Levi, Brody, Good, Curry, Butler, and Katrina in their new superhero costumes for the film at the end of the month. Behind-the-scenes footage and concept art from the film was revealed during the 2021 DC Fandom event in October, with Yo's Rob Brecken and Collider's Gregory Lawrence both expressing excitement at the new cast members, characters, locations, and mythology revealed in the footage. Levi, Angel, Grazer, and Mirren promoted the film at Warner Bros. Simekin panel in April 2022, revealing new footage from the film. The film was also promoted at San Diego Comic-Con in July, where the first trailer was released. Release. Shazam, Fury of the Gods premiered at Fox Village Theater in Hollywood on March 14, 2023, and was released by Warner Bros. Pictures in the United States on March 17, or it was originally set for release on April 1, 2022, before being delayed to November 4, 2022, and then to June 2, 2023, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was then moved up to December 16, 2022, as it was ready for release sooner than other DC films delayed by the pandemic. That date was previously given to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The release date was pushed back 5 days to December 21 in April 2022 to avoid competition with 20th Century Studios' Avatar: The Way of Water, before being moved to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom's date again March 2023 in August 2022 when Warner Bros. Discovery was trying to spread out marketing and distribution costs. This meant IMAX screens occupied by Avatar would be available for Shazam in the United States and Canada. Shazam, Fury of the Gods is projected to gross million from 4,300 theaters in its opening weekend, and the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, a percentage of 102 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of. The website's consensus reads, more unfocused and less satisfying than its predecessor. Shazam, Fury of the Gods still retains enough of the source material's silly charm to save the day. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 47 out of 100, based on 37 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Future. In January 2023, DC Studios CEO James Gunn stated that he was interested in retaining Levi alongside other select DCEU cast members for the upcoming DC Universe DCU, which is intended to succeed and soft reboot the DCEU. However, Sandberg stated in February 2023 that Levi's future in the DCU could depend on the reception of Fury of the Gods.